This is CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the community, the voice of anything sports, and proud to be the voice of the Comets. Follow us at crnsports.org. Now let's get back to the broadcast coverage on CRN.
The energy is electric inside Princeton Gymnasium. Coach's court ready as the 6-2 Clayton Comets on the road for the final game before the Christmas break, prepare to take on the 5-1 Varsity girl Princeton Bulldogs. Welcome to our coverage on Community Radio Network. We are not wasting any time. We're getting ready for player introductions for the Varsity women's matchup. Let's go to public address announcer Tim Woodard for the call.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
All right, let's try this again. Player introductions with Tim Woodard.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Deacon Jones Gymnasium, the home of the Princeton Bulldogs, for tonight's matchup between the visiting Comets of Clayton High School and your Princeton Bulldogs. We'll meet our starting lineups in just a moment, but at this time, we'd like to ask everyone to please rise for the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet your starting lineups. First for the visiting Comets of Clayton. Starting at guard, number 5, Dariana Howard. Starting at guard, number 11, Alexia Watkins. Starting at guard, number 23, Mackenzie Henninger. Starting at forward, number 24, Unique Best. And starting at the other forward, number 32, Delaney Eves. The Comets are under the direction of Mr. Marion Lee.
Play-by-play first, color for me first, second.
And now let's meet your Princeton Bulldogs. Starting at guard, number 10, Meredith Wooten. Starting at forward, number 14, Haley Woodall. Starting at the other forward, number 15, Liana Nelson. Starting at forward, number 24, Rihanna Braswell. And starting in the middle, number 44, Haley Tart. The Bulldogs are coached by Miss Paula Wooten. Tonight's officials, Randy Bain, Kevin Lassner, and Alex Handy.
And a big thank you to the public address announcer, the voice of the Bulldogs here at Princeton High School, Tim Woodard. Both teams have been introduced. I'm Wesley Outland. That's a quick High Q Energy Drink pregame tip-off. And Trey Snide, the band's back together again. One game before the Christmas break. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate it for having me back on.
It's been a while.
It's been about a year and a half, so I appreciate it. Other opportunities or other obligations, should I say is a better word, down in my neck of the woods back in the Vance County area. But we have a great matchup, a team in Princeton Bulldogs, the home team tonight, 5-1 overall, while Clayton, led by longtime head coach Marlon Lee, they're 6-2. It's going to be a terrific matchup tonight.
Ranked nationally, 3,533, 170 in the state for the Comets, 1,148 in the nation, 45th in the state for the Bulldogs. This game is underway. Trey Snide on the play-by-play call on CRN.
Wooten has it on the right-hand side for the Princeton Bulldogs. Brings it to the left-hand side, gives it over to Woodall. Number 14 brings it inside, gets it back outside behind the paint. Leanna Nelson, number 15, has it now. She's picked up by number 32 in Eves. They keep it on their outside, moving right to left. She's going to be picked by the defensive specialist in number 23, Mackenzie Henniger. We've heard that name all year long. They get it inside. Good ball movement so far by Princeton. Puts it up for kind of erratic, too. And it's taken away by number 24, Unique Best. Still one of the best names in all of high school sports. And Eves brings it up. She gets the defensive rebound, picked up by Eves. And it's going to be out of bounds against Princeton. So Clayton will have the basketball now. Number 5, Howard. Gets it back inside. She goes up against double team, back outside. Now they're behind the paint. There's going to be Mackenzie Henniger outside to Best. Best, who has gotten into the starting lineup, started last year as a freshman, comes in this year also as a starter, gets inside to Howard, puts it up, and she misses it. Eves is right there for the offensive rebound, gets it outside. Henniger going to be no good off the front of the rim for the three. Henniger has it, gets it inside to Howard. Good spin moves, and she goes up, and it's going to be good. 2 points for Howard. 6:50 remaining in the first quarter. Finally, the first points on the board. And number 10 in Wooten gets double team right at half court, and she throws the ball away. Goes in under the legs of Henniger, but it will be Clayton's basketball. 6:43 remaining in the first quarter. Still a 2-0 game in favor of Clayton Comets. Howard has it on the outside. She's going to give it over to Fletcher. Gets it back over to Howard at the top of the key. They're moving right to left, over to Henniker on the left-hand side behind the key, though. 3-point lines back over to number 11 in Watkins. Over to Henniker, tries to get inside. It's going to be taken away by Princeton, the Bulldogs. Wooten gets it up starts on the right-hand side, cuts back sharp left, goes all the way to the corner, gets it into the corner behind the 3-point line to number 14 in Woodall, the captain for this Princeton Bulldogs team. Wooten has it, short or quick two, no good, air ball. Number 5 in Howard has the basketball, long pass over to East. She's going to be double teamed. She puts it up, and it goes in. 2 points for East. 5:55 remaining. Still a 4-0 game right now for Clayton. Wooten's picked up at half court by Best. She gives it over to number 44 and Haley Tart. Inside, good ball movement once again. Puts it up, and it's going to be no good. Howard has it on the right-hand side. She quickly gets it past half court. Goes up against 2 defenders. Puts it up. Decides to go coast to coast by herself, and it's going to be good. 4 points for Howard here for Clayton. 5:31 remaining here in the first quarter. And Wooten tries to break the double team, and she's going to be tripped, and they're going to call a foul on number 24 in Best, Unique Best.
5:28 in the opening period. Comets are up 6-0, and let's be honest here. These are two teams that have been doing really well before the slumps of the games, losing against Garner for Clayton. They've got big W's, and 5-1 in the year for the Bulldogs as well with one loss.
Look at the defensive specialist by Unique Best and Henniker take the ball away, and the not letting Wooten do anything down court. But like you mentioned a little bit, Wesley, these two teams are getting back on their rhythm, and look for Clayton to great ball movement so far for Clayton. We're going to expect them to do that all game long here in this ball game against Princeton. But with only 5 minutes remaining, still a 6-0 game right now. And number 24 in Braswell, Rihanna Braswell, another captain, will be called for the foul.
This will give us a moment as we have a foul in the game to remind you that tonight's broadcast is under exclusive rights of the Community Radio Network to Clayton High School and Princeton High School. Solely for the private, non-commercial use of our listening audience, any publication, reproduction, retransmission without the express written consent of CRN Sports and Clayton Athletics is restricted and prohibited. And Trey Snide, that worked out perfectly in a segue because we have a radio timeout.
There you go.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ Energy Drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ Energy Drink. Wings are for birds.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Community Radio Network, the online home of your Clayton Comets. Right now, 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. The Comets do have a 6-0 lead against Princeton right now. Number 11 in Watkins, Alexa Watkins, will put up for a 1-and-1. She misses that, but Unique Best is right there, gets the offensive rebound. She puts it up. She misses that, though, but Howard keeps the basketball for Clayton. She's going to be double-teamed right at the corner of the court on the three-point line. Henniker has it, gets it outside to Watkins. She goes up inside against 2 players. No good. There's Howard for the offensive rebound, puts it up, and it's going to be good. 6 points already for Howard. Number 5 for Clayton. Wooten has it. She's picked up or gives it over to Leona Nelson, number 15. Back over to Wooten. Back over to Nelson. They're finally gets past half court now. Wooten has it. Good pass inside for the first basket today for the Princeton Bulldogs. Number 44 in Haley Tart. 2 points for her. Henniker's spin move puts it up and is going to go. Touches every bit of the rim, including going in. 2 points for Henniker. Full court press by Clayton so far. Haley Tart gives it over to Wooten. She splits the double team, and Henniker and Best. Wooten puts it up right at the free throw line, misses it, but gets her own offensive rebound, and it's going to be no good on that. Good pass by Eves after defensive rebound. She gives it over to Henniker. She's picked up by Tart, puts it up, takes it coast to coast by herself, and it's going to be good. Henniker with 4 points here in the first quarter. 3:47 remaining. It's a 12-2 game in favor of the Comets so far. Tart has it on the outside. She gives it over to Wooten. She's double teamed once again at the half court line. Good look at the defense by Best so far. And gives it over to number 14 in Woodall, the captain, the forward. And it's going to be out of bounds against Princeton. And the Comets will take over. Number 11, London Cook, will come in the ball game for the first time. They're going to play small ball right here as Haley Tart will come out of the ball game, the freshman so far. Howard has it for the Clayton Comets. Gives it on the outside. She gives it over to Miss Washington. Back over to Howard, tallest person on the court right now. Good spin move. Brings it inside. You have Washington on the outside, and she's going to travel. Once again, Washington, every I've been a part of it, has been a starter for the Clayton Comets. 3:17 remaining here in the first half, but Watkins has always been a starter, but Unique Best has taken her spot so far here early, and they're going to call another double dribble against Wooten for Princeton. Number 10, Meredith Wooten, the guard junior, and they're going to call a turnover for Princeton. So the Comets will have the basketball. Eves right in front of us, gives it over to Washington, number 3. 3:11 remaining, 12-2 game is your score. Washington starts on the left-hand side, gets it outside, back over to Eves, and good hands by number 11 in London Cook, the sophomore guard, as she tips the ball away. It will be Clayton's basketball, though. Watkins has it, gives over to Washington, and Watkins was not ready for that basketball, and it's going to be out of bounds against Clayton as Washington tried to find Watkins in the corner, but it's going to be out of bounds against the Comets. So Wooten for Princeton has the basketball for the Bulldogs. 2:52 remaining, still a 12-2 game, and we're going to call a foul on Unique Best, number 23. That's her second.
It is
number 24. I'm sorry.
24, the foul on Unique Best for the Comets, 5'6" senior forward, as they go back into play, and another foul just that fast.
She now has 3 good defensive specialists for Unique Best. It's still I love her name, by the way, ever since going on last year. But 3 fouls early in the first quarter. She got to be careful. Wooten splits the double team, puts it up for the erratic 2. It's going to be no good. Washington has it, and one of the Princeton Bulldogs just falls on Washington. That is number 14, and Haley Woodall, the captain, the senior captain. But she will be called for the foul. That's her first foul this afternoon.
So it's a 10-point